everyone, well we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and this week we are heading on over to Reddit and filtering by top posts of this week and seeing what's been going on over there, what craziness people have been finding, because there's always something going on, and always a Hun trying to recruit someone somewhere and also claiming that it is their own company, which is funny because the whole sub is people claiming that it's their own business. If you have to keep saying it over and over and over again, you're really just trying to convince yourself that you're a business owner because the people around you don't believe you're a business owner. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Also, make sure to check out my description for all my fun links. I have a Patreon and a Poshmark, which are just ways to help support the channel more. I have links to my social media accounts and a link to my anti-MLM playlist, which has over, I believe, 80 videos at this point. And with all of that said, let's get started. Amazon unveils trailer for Lula Rich investigative docuseries about the Lula pyramid scheme. Who's watching? I just want to put this out there in case you don't know. Amazon Prime is coming out with a docuseries next month all about Lula and how they are a scam and what they have done to people and how they are pretty closely related to cults. So go ahead and look that up on YouTube. I believe you just type in Lula Rich and it will pop up. One of my lovely subscribers sent a link for me over on Instagram, and I saw it. I was super excited. We were both talking about like how good this is, that a company like Amazon is exposing Lula. I think it needs to happen. I'm happy that it's happening, and I hope that this just opens up the door for them to look into other MLMs as well. So another step in the right direction. Shampoo does not make your hair fall out, period. Proud boss babe here who used all the expensive stuff and my hair was a wreck. Monat saved it. So, yes, when you clearly are getting paid to promote something, that's when we should trust you. Because there's no possible way that with multiple people coming out and claiming that it has made their hair fall out, those people are all just lying. I mean, that's how it is. They're all just coming together to lie about Monat for the funsy of it all. Comment says, sure, hun, everyone's lying about their hair loss and welts on their scalp. Oh, sorry, the detoxing. Someone here mentioned the other day that Monat uses an ingredient that's the same as the chemical they use when you get a straightening treatment at the hairdressers. So the first one or two times you use it, your hair looks silky and amazing. However, it's not meant to be used regularly. Once in a blue moon is fine, but not a couple of times a week. It's too much and it absolutely destroys your hair. Interesting. Again, don't know if that's true. We're taking all of that information with a grain of salt. But that actually would make a lot of sense. Is that why people are so amazed with how it makes your hair look? Like, because I have heard that like people have tried it and they say it is amazing. Clearly, these claims come from somewhere. Like, people do genuinely like Monat shampoo and conditioner. Like, I believe that. And maybe, you know, because it does make their hair look great, but it has an ingredient in it that's supposed to do that and supposed to be used once in a while, not replace all your products and only use Monat like they want you to do. And the OP said, anyone who says proud boss babe is already nuts. I would agree with that. Nobody, I'm pretty sure I even said that at the beginning of this. I'm like, if you say you're a boss babe, like, what even is that? I know someone who is in paparazzi and has acquired a downline of like 3 people, but it looks like somebody in the downline is tired of the paparazzi con game. Linda, I doubt you'll ever see this, but this person is not your boss. Just someone you send money to for the privilege of hawking cheap jewelry. You're an adult. Just do what you want, even if it means walking away and burning a bridge or two. Edit. So it seems that Linda is not a specific person, but is a term for all the Lindas out there who aren't making money in their MLM. So in this case, I have to wonder, is she scolding her downline, or is this some kind of self-admonishment? That's a hard word. Or is this an effort to placate her upline over some perceived shortcoming? No way to tell, but I liked learning the new term Linda. And then the post that she's referring to says, "Listen, Linda, I started my day with a conference call that was repeatedly photobombed by my boys. Remodeled my entire store/studio, did 2 lives, one as a tour and one selling my jewelry. Sent all my invoices, printed shipping labels for my awesome pay early VIPs, put my kids to bed, and still got to bed before midnight. I don't want to hear your excuses. Work your business." So I guess Linda's kind of like the term of like a Karen. But it's like for her to put that out there, so it's like, who is that for? Like, exactly, kind of like the OP says, like, who are you yelling at? And why would you even need to post this? It's like, look at all that I can do. Like, basically, you need to stop making excuses and work your business. Which, spoiler alert, it's not your own business. Whoa, oh my god. They can work however they want it to. You know, I mean, you join to sell the jewelry. That's what the point is. You're under the paparazzi umbrella of just selling their jewelry for them because they don't want to do that work, because that would be too hard. Why not just, you know, gloss it over like a pretty present, say it's your own business, and have them do all the hard work for you of selling the actual product? Wow, great, fantastic. But if people want to do it how they want to do it, let them. Or if, I don't know, the MLM business structure is not meant for them and they're seeing through the cracks, don't yell at them. How about that? Kind of want to see what the comments say. Kind of off subject, but I don't think this woman's name is actually Linda. Okay, that's why this edit happened. There was a viral video quite a few years back of a little boy who was talking to his mom and said, "Listen, Linda." It was pretty funny and kind of became a meme. Everyone addressing Linda in this post is cracking me up. Okay, yeah, so Linda is kind of like calling somebody a Karen. Alright, but yeah, still, who are you yelling at? Like, if you're like, "Listen, Karen," and it's like, who are you mad at? So clearly, she's mad at someone. She's mad at everyone. It's not just Linda. We're all the Lindas of the world. If you don't believe in selling paparazzi and doing it the way that she wants to do it, you a Linda. Which, alright, fine. I'll be a Linda. Every single time. Post and comments from my neighborhood Facebook group. Does anyone know any work from home jobs that are hiring? I work at home full-time as a top-tier leader with Scentsy, an industry-leading home decor/fragrance company. I've been with the company for almost 8 years and have mentored and led over 350 team members. I can send you more information if you'd like or answer any questions. Something that I do, gotta give them just a tad bit of credit for. They said what MLM they're in, because normally you just get someone that's like, "I work for a home decor and fragrance company that's the leading brand in this entire world and we're taking over everything. We are just everywhere and you can't stop us. You may or may not have heard of us, but we are number one." Something I think is funny about Monat, I know this is not Monat, but they're like, "We're the number one hair care brand in the world." It's like, then why is like the average person probably has not heard of Monat? I think that's funny. Like, if you were to stop a random stranger, like 5 random strangers on the street, and you ask them, "Have you heard of Monat?" They'd probably say no. If you ask them if they've heard of Head and Shoulders, Suave, Dove, any of those, they've probably said yes. So, still, really, number one hair care brand, if you're that great, I think more people would hear about you. Think about Scentsy. I feel like a lot of people have heard about Scentsy. Just the other day, my husband, he was changing the wax scent thing in our wax warmer, and I called it a Scentsy, you guys. I called it a Scentsy. I go, "Oh, what, did you turn on the Scentsy or something?" Or I said, "You need to turn off the Scentsy." And I go, "It's not a Scentsy. Did I really just call it a Scentsy? It's a wax warmer. That's what it is. That is what it is. It is not Scentsy brand. It is not that. It is a wax warmer." But the way that I was introduced to wax warmers was Scentsy, so I always called it the Scentsy. So I feel like my brain still like views it as like it's called a Scentsy. It is called a wax warmer. It is not a Scentsy. The fact that I even let that slip, and I even said that, I like stopped. I go, "Did I really just do that?" I was like, I am so mad at myself right now. Let's see what the comments say on this. Huns start salivating when they see these posts and conveniently forget how to read if someone tacks on "no MLMs." That is funny, because then they'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, this isn't an MLM." And it's like, Just because you say it's not an MLM does not make it not an MLM. That'd be funny if, like, a company, like, that does, like, they sell chairs or something. You're like, no, you know, I just want to not work for a company that sells chairs. Like, we don't sell chairs. It's like, isn't that all you do is sell chairs? We don't sell chairs. I mean, just because you say it doesn't make it not true. A Hun tried to sell at my workplace. I am a nurse, and 5 months ago I was dragooned by my country's government to assist with the vaccination process. I was placed in the health center, like outpatients, but not attached to a hospital. This incident happened yesterday. The health center has different specialists you can visit. One of them is the oncologist, who monitors patients after they had chemo or radiation therapy. Unfortunately, it's one of the most visited specialties. Before I continue reading this, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that that is filled with people trying to, like, sell them pseudoscience, like, this will help cure you. I had someone when I used to work at Whole Foods, and they were coming through and they were, like, buying oils, because Whole Foods sells, like, normal, like, essential oils. And I think he was buying a couple, and he goes, yeah, I make my own, like, something. He said something, and he goes, if the government knew what I was doing, then they would not, like, they would freak out and all cancer would be cured. And I'm like, because you're buying essential oils at Whole Foods, all cancer would be cured and the government would be after you? I mean, again, why did he even need to bring up cancer? I mean, I guess the whole thing is like, he's found the cure for cancer with oils from Whole Foods. So be on the lookout for that. Sorry, it just made me think of that. It's just so sad that, like, people use people's, like, I mean, because people who have terminal illnesses clearly will reach out far and wide to try and find a cure, and I don't blame them. And people use that to their advantage to get money from them and manipulate them and steal from them, and I just, gross. Okay, we all know that. I just had to go on that. I feel like I've been going off on tangents. Alright, continuing the story. We were having a slow day on the vaccine department. That's why I was able to see what happened. This woman came in after finishing with the initial paperwork. She went straight to the oncologist waiting room. She was carrying a Herbalife water bottle with her, which I have to admit that its design looked good and practical. She sat there waiting, listening to the people waiting, until she found the perfect opportunity. She inserted herself into a conversation of how chemo was affecting a patient, and after some initial small talk, she went full sales drone about how Herbalife changed her life and put her cancer in remission. She was pitching to 4 people, one of them a 17-year-old girl with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. While most people looked indifferent to her sales pitch, the father of the girl asked her very politely to stop. She went on full-blown Karen mode and started shouting at him, which in turn made him angry and started shouting at her also. We had to call security to avoid any physical confrontation, and she had to wait outside until her appointment came up. The thing is, her appointment was for a dermatologist on the upper floor from the oncologist. This woman purposely went to the oncology waiting room to shill her shitty business. I kind of wonder if we would have left the father, or if we should have let the father take a hit on her. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not for physical violence, but sometimes for someone to get the message, maybe. How low of a human being do you have to be? How desperate do you have to be going in and telling people that this helped cure you, when I would absolutely, without a doubt, say that it didn't. And I know for a fact that MLMs are not ever, any of them, allowed to make any health claims such as that. So this is, God, it's just how we hear these stories and we know that they're out there. And it's like, I believe that this happened. I believe that this person witnessed this happen, and that someone would go in to a hospital and be talking to people and saying that basically, I have the cure for your cancer. Come join me. Disgusting. This person probably didn't need to be punched in the face. Just want to see what the comments have to say. Is there someone who can report her so they know to watch out for her? Yeah, absolutely. what a soulless, greedy scumbag of a woman. Maybe you should report her to other staff in case she tries again when it's not your shift. I agree. I think they should be put out that, like, hey, this woman is coming in and trying to basically sell a product that will cure any disease that these people have, and they need to be right away, like, you are not welcome here, get out. Like, banned, like, put her poster out, like, do not want, go away, reward if you see her walking in the door, tackle right away. That is your reward, is to tackle her. Recently spotted in my local yard sale Facebook group. I need help. My wife has gone over the deep end on her Scentsy and Magic Candle Company wax bars and room spray collection. I was able to pry these from her stash that has taken over our son's bedroom closet. Yes, she agreed to sell them, followed by a few choice words, but I had to do the work. It needs to go before we end up on an episode of Hoarders. This is just the start of her journey to recovery. I'm afraid to see where else she's hidden this stuff. All items are $5 each. Doesn't matter if it's a room spray, wax bar, or brick. I'm not a consultant. She just really likes this stuff. We take Venmo, Apple Cash, and cash. No checks. Pick up in whatever. I am not delivering or shipping. Thank you. I mean, if that's true, like, that she just has that much, because maybe she really does just like it. Or maybe this is also a way to, like, weirdly, like, sell to people, because it wasn't working out before. I don't know. I also don't know. Well, I guess you can sell however you want. Like, I was like, I don't know if you can sell in a yard sale, like your Scentsy, but maybe, I don't know. Comments? Didn't someone else post the exact same thing a while back? Is this a new sales strategy that they are all using, or is it the same original post? Someone was successful at getting rid of old inventory with this, and other Huns want in. If I remember correctly, the things mostly cost like $2 to $4 wholesale. So the Hun makes money at these prices. If it isn't like they are honest with most advertising anyway, why not use the husband's Facebook to fake a clearance sale? Yeah, that's true. This could not even be, she could just be logged into her husband's and it's like, oh my god, like, poor guy, he just is trying to get rid of, like, his wife's, like, stash, and, he's trying to do the right thing, and the whole, like, it's taking up our son's bedroom, like, that's convenient. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but also could be a way to, like, be like, oh my god, like, the poor kid, he needs his space back, fine, I'll buy a few. It definitely could be. I kind of was, like, thinking that too. I'm like, I don't know if this is, like, a sales tactic, like, if I believe them. And that's the thing about, like, Huns, is you never know if you can believe them or not, because a lot of them will just go to extreme measures for so many things that you don't know if something like this is real or not. Could be, could not be. We'll never know. This shampoo has rosemary oil and mint. I know that's what you use. There's a sale today. They also have a conditioner and other products as well. I'm sorry, Mommy. I don't feel comfortable supporting an MLM. It's not an MLM. You're saying you don't support my small biz. I was just trying to introduce you to a product that worked for me, especially with postpartum and my skin. Not ask you to sell or anything. No, you're not asking them to sell, but that's usually what it leads to. And they were very sweet with just saying, I don't support MLM companies. That's like, well, you don't support my small biz. It's not your small biz. It's not yours. It's not your business. It's not yours. You are just selling the shampoo for Monet. It is not your business. And that's the thing, is, like, I feel like they legally should not be able to call it their small business. They are just an independent contractor selling. They're just a salesperson. That's what they are. It is not their own small business. They did not create, they did not design it, they do not set the prices, they do not do anything. They just sell the products when they come out. They don't even know when new things are coming out until, like, the same day that everybody else does. If you had your own small business, you would know when new things are coming out. Weird! Alright, so it's the end of the video, which we know what that means. It is meme time. And I guess this is kind of like a meme, just a funny picture. It says, be your own boss, Rich. Only 3 spots left. Hey, hon, I haven't seen you since our elementary school zoo field trip. Oh, and she's got doTERRA boxes, the Karen haircut, and the Lula Rich leggings. Oh, chef's kiss to whoever created this. Some boredom-inspired Photoshop work from a few weeks ago. It's perfect. It's perfect. And I think they have a phone in front of them. Which is, I mean, yeah, you can work your biz from your phone. It's like, yes, because the thing that I love is being on my phone 24/7. And it's like, they're like, you're on your phone all the time anyway. And it's like, are you just putting your own mind into like that everyone acts like everyone else? And that's the thing, is like, that's where like the Hunbot mentality is. It's like every single one of them says the same stuff, acts the same way, all of it. And they really do become robots. They're just saying what they're supposed to, and they're just doing what they're supposed to. And some of them see some form of success or really good success because they're lucky and they may have a huge warm market and they got in early and they're lucky. And then we have the ones who are doing what they're supposed to, but they just don't have a big warm market and they're cold messaging every single day, hundreds of people potentially, and they're getting nothing. Again, you can't make money if nobody says yes. And that's the thing, is like, they're doing everything they're supposed to do, but if nobody says yes, then how is it their fault that they failed? It's just, it's crazy how copy and paste MLMs are. Every single one of them. It may be a different product, but it's all the same. And they're all running on the same formula, saying the same thing, all hoping for the same thing. It's like, be your own boss and make your own hours and all of this. And it's like, but we see that's not true, because if it is, then everyone would be successful and they would be comfortable and they would be happy. But this video was I had a good time. We heard some crazy stories, really ridiculous stories that don't make me happy. Really, any MLM story. I mean, some of them are funny and some of them are sad, and I think that's the reality of it, is that you can laugh about it, but there is seriously people being hurt and very manipulated and losing a lot out there. And that's why it needs to be screamed out into the world that MLMs need to stop. Alright, you guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!